Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in to Arcane Core Blackout. Before we get started, I would like to give a big thank you to our sponsor for this episode, 𝚘𝚘𝚝 Productions. They publish Monster of the Week, the game you're enjoying right now, as well as such critically acclaimed hits as Blades in the Dark, Fate, and Thirsty Sword Lesbians. They've got 2 new supplements out now for a Monster of the Week. Tome of Mysteries adds new paranormal moves and playbooks for hunters to try. And the Codex of Worlds takes your mysteries beyond the modern day and gives your party new team moves to try. Look for them at your friendly local game store or on the web at evilhat.com. And now, without further ado, let us continue. Hello, and welcome to Other Sider Studios. I am your keeper for this evening, Ambrose, she, they, and tonight we are continuing with Arcane Core Blackout, Episode 2, Haunt Me Down. This series using the Monster of the Week, powered by the Apocalypse System by 𝚘𝚘𝚝 Productions. Now let's introduce our cast, starting with Calamity.
Oh, hello, I'm Calamity. My pronouns are she, they. And today I will be playing Cameron, whose pronouns are also she, they, who is the star.
And Iris.
Hello, my name is Iris Wyndham. Pronouns are she, they, and I will be playing Cordelia Bennett, also known as Cassandra Blackwell at the moment. Pronouns she, her, and she is the mundane. Sorry, almost got myself up with that. Yep, I was going to.
Cool. Jazz.
What up? My name is Jazz. My pronouns are she, they, and I'm going to be playing Mo Jackson. His pronouns are she, her. She is the professional. I forgot for a second there.
This seems to be a theme. Vin.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Right, sure. Vin.
All right, guys, I'm here to break them all. My name is Vin, at VinVoxVA on Twitter. My pronouns are he, they, and I'll be playing Agent Foxtrot the Wronged, whose pronouns are any, all.
Cool.
Oh, smooth.
Very smooth. Nicely done. Not forgotten there. So we're going to start with recap, and this time we're going to go around, and I'm going to ask what happened last session. So we opened up with a particularly chipper person walking down a rainy sidewalk in Midtown. Then walked into an isolated alley, collapsed, dead, after they seemed to be talking to themselves in a deep, sinister voice. Voice of the dollmaker, it seems like, to the audience. That seems probably fun. Then we pulled to Agent Foxtrot, who just came back from the Transit Museum after buying a whistle. Did you want to talk to what happened there, Agent Foxtrot?
I mean, it was pretty straightforward. I went to the museum, bought a train whistle, and gave the cashier those green things people call money, and decided not to keep the change because I'm such a charitable person.
Yeah. And you got a text message from Aurora. Your room was ready, and on top of that, that you are assigned. Do you want to talk to that? You went to the core, and what happened?
There was this very distressed individual, apparently the cousin of the room I was going to preoccupy, but I gave him a little bit more time because he was clearly grieving. So
Seems like you had a little bit more empathy than the person that gave you the room in the first place. But from there, you decided that, like, you gave space. You're gonna head to the location where you're going to meet up with the Dollmaker Task Force, because there's an assignment there for everybody. From there, we go to Mo and Theo, who is watching Dr. Jack Olson operating on someone. Did you want to talk to that, Mo?
Oh yeah. I mean, not a whole lot happened there. Just kind of from where I was standing, it looked like there was nothing happening. But I mean, I have been assured that Dr. Olson is quite good at what he does, so that's interesting. Also, Theo brought me coffee, which was really nice.
That's so sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
asked about Ezra, seeing how Ezra was doing. Um, Dr. Jack Olson came out, assured you that he knew what he was talking about in terms of recovering or helping with recovery of Chris Stevens' memory. Because
he's got
this
some
person
good
has
hearing or whatever.
yeah, whatever, who's to say? And is had stated that there was a few days maybe left, but is a little touch and go just because it is very sensitive working with memory magic in general. But if everything goes well, few days, See how that goes. He is not a
We'll
quack.
see. Look, I wasn't aware that he could hear me. It's fine. He's not a quack.
Right. Cordelia, you are now a part of the Corps. You're a probationary period seeker, and you are working with Jack in R&D, just so that you're in a safe place. Just because you are now going by Cassandra, Jack knows your situation and everything like that. Y'all are both working on the Dollmaker's Journal at the moment and trying to find out its secrets while trying to protect yourself while it's in the dome. You want to talk about that?
Yes, we discerned that there are a few pages that it keeps flipping back between before showing Jack like a broken laptop and myself like newspapers from a long time ago. Who knows why? And just like bouquets of bluebonnets and things like that, and just things that it thinks will hurt us, but it won't. It's just a punk ass little book. And other than that, it went fine. It did, however, break part of, not shattered, but tore a little fissure through one of the domes, which it's already broken through one. And so that's a little disconcerting, but I'm sure we'll figure it out in time.
It's probably fine. There's a crack in there. It might heal just because it's cracked, not shattered, but let's hope it stays that way. From there, Mo had sent a notification about meeting at Command Center in the group chat for all leftover members of S12 to meet downstairs. But from there, we go to Cameron. Cameron just woke up noon from probably binge watching late last night. And your manager calls. You want to talk to your morning and how that went?
Morning. Yeah. Manager called, made sure that she didn't forget that there is a sound check tomorrow. I didn't write down the time, but Cameron didn't write it down at all. So there's that. And while she was there, she got a call from who called? Was it a call? Or did somebody knock on the door? Was there a call first?
You got a call first. You got a
I got a call first.
Your manager about your next gig, which is the next day, and then you got a text message right after.
Oh, the text message. There it was. Okay, and then I got the text message, about kind of helping out with whatever is going on with the Dollmaker right now. I guess to kind of sum it up.
Yeah, you are assigned to the task force. You're a freelancer. And was asked to make sure, like, oh, you're available, you're free, right? You have no prior engagements, right?
She said, yeah, 100%.
Totally, 100%. You have a gig tomorrow, so we'll see how well that goes, and hopefully it's not too chaotic, because hopefully it's just investigative and gathering information and nothing that will collaborate with or conflict with what you're doing. You also get a knock at the door because someone comes to pick you up. And that is Marcus. Marcus comes apparently very baby girl energy with sunglasses on, and is there to pick you up, make sure you get there on time, and decides to play some Destiny while you get ready really quick. And then y'all head out together. Then we pick up from the team, S12, or what's left of S12, downstairs, getting ready to walk to the Escalade owned by Mo. Ezra comes to meet y'all. And is intercepted from throwing Millie's box out of frustration into the backseat. Did you want to take from there anyone who was present? Because that was, I think, most of you. I mean,
I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory. He's upset.
Yeah, very upset. Yeah, straightforward.
Yeah, very upset. We're kind of like exchanging glances, like, you want to take this? No, let's go get some Wendy's.
And ignoring Theo for some reason, and actively
well,
ignoring Theo.
Yeah. Listen, whatever's happening there, nobody wants to talk about it. So, I mean, I'm just here to be a silent, supportive mom.
Let's see how well that works so far with this. So from there, y'all decide to travel. You corner Ezra driving back when Theo goes to get Wendy's for y'all before y'all get to the place. ask about what happened there. Ezra leans to physical touch for support from Cordelia by hand holding, and as well as you both introduce yourselves as well. You make it to Command Center. And that's where everyone mingles. Command Center is like a co-working brick space that has illusion magic on it, so that like hunters can secretly be able to meet up without people asking questions. And y'all enter a room that has evidence walls, like was it like a whiteboards, glasses that people have taken notes about what's going on. There's like a command center set up. There's a hacker corner where Kat is, and stuff like that. And y'all mingle for a little bit before the meeting starts. Can anyone talk to what happened there? I do know Foxtrot cornered Theo, who didn't expect that at all. Did anyone want to talk to that?
I mean, I personally wouldn't call it cornering, just being reacquainted.
I think Theo is genuinely afraid of you.
What?
Like, low-key genuinely afraid of you.
Why would that happen?
Don't know what you're talking about.
I don't get that.
I'm extremely curious about this relationship here. I went over to check up with Kat about a secret thing that I'm doing. Not that secret. I'm just looking out for Millie just in case. They kind of disappeared on us. Dipped, ran, was kidnapped, have no idea. They assure us that they're okay and that we shouldn't look for them, but I'm gonna look for them anyway. So Kat has helped me out with that and assured me that they're okay, at least as far as their credit card records go, and also that they're still in New York.
Mm-hmm. Credit card records go last transaction, skill purchase. So they're fine. Like that's all of that I need to know. So yeah, anything else happened there? I think Cameron came in with Marcus, sporting a slice of pizza. Like I think just crust.
Iconic behavior.
Marinara.
Crust of marinara.
Yeah. Good
Arizona
stuff.
tea.
Arizona tea.
And Arizona tea. Yeah.
Had it balanced perfectly. It was great. Didn't open it yet. You ran into Ezra, if I remember correctly, when you're trying to look at the evidence board. And Ezra recognizes you, but
Ezra didn't.
From where?
I don't know what I was talking about. No,
very cool.
I just got one of those faces. It's
got
fine.
one of those faces. It's fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was you trying to investigate the board, failing, and then interacting with someone that you spilled on his shirt. It's fine. Don't worry about it. He's not going to take. He's definitely not taking that personally. I'm not being sarcastic. That's literally like he's not going to take it personally. I realized my tone sounded sarcastic. That was no.
I wouldn't blame him, but
from there, what ends up happening is Janice Cullen, who is essentially going to be the spokesperson of starting or kicking off the Dollmaker task force, lets everybody know what's going on. The Dollmaker was released, or assumed to have been, because things have started to move, it looks like. A lot of some people in the Corps have gone missing as a result. Millie being one of those people, but there are other people. And as well as finding out a couple of questions about what's going on that I think some of you did do research later after the meeting. Did anyone want to talk about what those questions were, or I can also recap that if y'all don't remember. I'll recap it, don't worry. How do we kill or incapacitate the Dollmaker? How did the Dollmaker find out who Mo Jackson is? Why does the Dollmaker need Ezra Todd? And how did the Dollmaker get out in the first place? Because it was pandemonium when the release happened, and no one knows exactly what happened. So we got all those things. After that, I think S12 plus a few other people became a team, including Cordelia, Cassie. But Cassie was said to stay in a place where Cassie wouldn't go out and be alone. And then Cassie made a bit of a confrontation in the middle of this room with Janice. Did you want to talk to that?
I mean, I'm pretty sure it can mainly be glossed over. It wasn't anything big. It was just standing up in the middle of like all of the core and being like, hey, I think I can do a better job at not quite leading, but I I think I know better than you, me who has been here for 2 weeks, as far as you know. And so it wasn't anything big, but I then later, after realizing she's not human, I don't know what her deal is, figured a way to get through to her that I could totally just stay in the van and not leave, and that'll totally happen
Oh, sure.
because I promised.
Stay in the van.
We'll see.
Gulp.
I would love to see how that works. I want to see if there's a way you can get around that. We'll see. After that, everyone breaks off. I think Foxtrot also stood up because Foxtrot thought that this was the time to air out grievances. And it seemed right. It seemed on brand. And you wanted to talk about your room and how Ezra kicked you out and all this other stuff. And that essentially leads to having a side conversation with Ezra because Janice had enough of S12 doing S12 bullshit. So, did you want to talk to that, Foxtrot?
I think it was just very straightforward. I don't remember there being any bad things. This is just V not remembering.
Oh, okay.
And not
No,
being coy.
I don't think so. I almost thought it was, you almost got away with it. I would say that you asked about if Cordelia was comfortable in her skin, and then reiterated that conversation with Ezra, who was very confused about that phrase of statement. And then you also told Ezra after even though, I'm not going to use this room, I think Cameron came in and said, hey, you can actually stay with me, random stranger. We're on the same team. It's fine.
Yes.
So don't worry about that.
I remember talking to Cordelia, but I didn't remember like asking Ezra first.
You did talk to Cordelia first and then Ezra, so I apologize.
Yeah. Okay. Just forgot about Ezra.
Camera swooshed in, said like, hey, I have a room, don't worry. And you were like, thank you. That's appreciative. And then Ezra, you used one of your moves to find out Ezra is the master of his own domain, but may not be. Or there's the potential that he won't be. And you also believe that he will not be in charge of his own skin for long, which you said out loud. And Theo came to save the situation because this seems to be on brand for you. Last thing that I know, I think that Damien texts Mo to say that he's back in town, but you didn't read the rest of the text message, so you don't know what else he said.
Yeah, who knows? I don't have time for that right now.
Are you sure?
Sure? I got a team to lead, and we got to go to a crime scene, and I don't really want to be worrying about my love life right now. So
right,
cool. He's back in town. I'll text him later. It's fine.
Sure. And then from there, I think that Cameron, you found out some more information, and that's where all those questions come in. So you're able to successfully roll to investigate the mystery to find out more, as well as where the doll maker might be. Based off of behaviors that have been noted. But you need to check in on those things. From there, I would say that y'all both, and I would say Cordelia, because of your move, and now you can convince Janice, you are now in the van. And that's where we ended. I think that's it. Is there anything else I'm missing, cast? I think we're good. It's a very eventful session 1. And let's continue. So, content warning. This is a series that focuses on the following elements: violence and combat, specifically gun violence, fighting, and supernatural violence; trauma and processing trauma; minor body horror; descriptive scenes of death, no gore, but may be unsettling or dark; illusions and altered realities; creepy atmosphere, betrayal, and potential death. Just because we're dealing with some messed up stuff right now. So we're gonna be going into combat. So hopefully no one dies. We'll be fine. Please take care of yourself if any of these elements make you uncomfy. You can always catch the VOD later. You can watch it on YouTube. That doesn't just go for the audience, but that also goes for the cast as well. They can step away any time if there's something that makes them uncomfortable. Safety tools are in place also. And there. So, without further ado, let us continue. So, after the newly formed S12 meets up, some awkward conversations happen amongst everybody. You all bustle to Mo's Escalade car, soccer momming it. There's enough seats for everybody. It's one of those things where there's 2 seats in the middle, obviously like the front passenger, 2 seats in the middle, and then there's a back seat. So like everyone has to kind of cuddle up a little bit, but there's enough room there. Y'all are going to make it to the crime scene. It's not terribly far. It's in Midtown. You're in Hell's Kitchen, essentially. And the rain has kind of dwindled down, so it's like it's still happening, but you're not going to get soaked through if you stand out there for like a minute or two. There might be umbrellas to be taken from whenever you leave. You all also have your weapons available, as it is for Arcane Core standard. All weapons carried out openly have some form of glamour on it that makes it invisible or makes it look like something else, so you can carry very comfortably just fine any firearms because they are core issued, so you're fine. The drive takes about 10 to 15 minutes. Is there anything anyone wants to do on the drive over before you get there? Or is this going to be an awkwardly silent car ride?
Turn up my country music.
Cordelia definitely has TikTok on full blast. Is making
Yes.
sure that she is sitting against or between the car door and Ezra, because there are too many people in this car, and physical touch is still new, and so love you, but I'm not sitting next to these new people.
I think that Ezra looked at you as if, like, why would you do this to me? But also totally understands where you're coming from because he knows. And just looks defeated once this happens. So yeah. And I would say that he wraps an arm around you so that, like, he can at least give more space for people. And also is comfortable being in your space. Anybody? What about you, Foxtrot? What are you doing back there?
Foxtrot is watching the window, just letting the cars and scenery go by, almost like watching television.
Gotcha. So keeping to yourself, taking things in. What about you, Cameron?
Yeah. Cameron is kind of like like listening to the TikToks, and like whenever there's something like she's seen before, like a quote or something, she'll like say it with it, like kind of like under her breath. I'm trying to think of it. I just forgot all TikToks just now, but
right, like, what is the latest TikTok we hear?
No reaction.
As like not Cordelia, yeah, actually, as Cordelia, you swipe through one of the more. Man, you're right. All TikToks just left my brain. I literally just watched a whole bunch this morning.
Oh, have to sit again. That one.
Yeah, that one. There was just like, oh Christ, I'm about to sin again. Is like the thing that pops up. You like swipe through Cordelia.
She's like doing this. Like doing all the hand things.
As Cordelia, you cycle through this a few times because like the person's actually doing a really good job with dancing because like, they're doing whatever transition they're doing for TikTok. You go to the next page and a song comes on that you know very well, Cameron. It is your song. You want to describe what song that might be in terms of like genre or aesthetic?
Yeah, this is probably maybe like her second or third solo or single that she came out with. I forget musical terms right now too. I would say this one was more like heavy metal with like sprinkles of maybe like reggae in there. Like especially in like the bridge, it like kind of like mixes the two a lot.
That sounds awesome, actually.
That sounds
right?
really
That sounds cool. I want that.
Really
I wish I could do that, but I'm not cool like Cameron.
How would you have posted to TikTok? Because like you don't look like you on TikTok. What kind of TikTok would your alternate ego post on TikTok about the songs?
So it's probably this is like the second one. It's probably her like sitting on a bed in like a corset and like garters and just like leaned back and singing along with it. And then there's like words like dropping. It's like a section from it. It's like dropping next week or something like that, or like dropping like puts in the dates in there. Yeah, and did you want me to describe how she looks?
If you want to, yeah. Describe this account.
Yeah.
And
Hannah Montana.
Basically. So Polly Pocket is a
God bless.
Yeah. PLYPKT Polly Pocket is a very goth, super goth looking, has like combat boots, chains, but also like this long red hair, like red, like not like the human color red, like the color red hair. It's a wig, but it's fine. It has like bangs and it's like super long, and like she's wearing like a choker and like all black. Probably has like dark but like glittery eyeshadow on, just like all done up. Oh, and her signature thing is she always says the Shigo lipstick, where like the top's red and the bottom's black. Mm-hmm. He does, awesome. Pink and black instead.
Sweet, awesome. So, you hear your song go off. I don't know what the setup of the back seat is, but I'm assuming that Ezra's in the middle. It is very uncomfortable. But also shielding Cordelia. I'm assuming you're sitting next to Ezra.
I could see them sitting closer in because they are short, so they're like, "Oh, it's fine. I'm small. I'll go in the middle." That's what she's used to.
Okay.
So yeah, I think when she hears the song, she kind of like stops for a second and then just sort of like suddenly pretends she can't hear anything. So just like kind of like zones out somewhere.
Yeah, no one notices you. You're fine. So I would say
I think I do want to.
Go
ahead.
Would you know? Oh, would you listen?
Would I know? No, but okay. I would like to react.
Go for it.
I would like to react because I have my country music on. So as soon as I hear some loud metal coming from the back seat, I'm gonna like low key. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit, and then I'm gonna say, "Can you please turn that noise off?"
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's loud. It's loud, and
But
Darius
it's-
Rucker is on the radio right now, and I really need to be listening to this.
But no,
It's my
it's, like,
favorite song,
really
and I
good.
turn it
Like,
right
this is,
back
like,
on.
one of my favorite songs by them. So
Okay.
Yeah,
Is
no,
that- is
with
that
all
from
due
Ezra?
respect,
Yeah, that's right.
Captain.
All right, fine.
like, it's only like
It's
how
fine,
long?
I
Like
have-
a 15-second video. Like, it's fine.
Yeah, okay, but she keeps replaying it over and over and over
You gotta
again.
get the vibe.
You
of
know,
it, and
from
then you
that
need to,
weird
like,
clock app.
the clock.
Yeah, the clock. That's what they call it, right? The clock app.
TikTok.
Is that
Like the clock.
I don't know what
I'm
it's actually
confused.
called. That's just what the kids call it. That's what Marcus calls it. The clock app.
Well, it is called it. I know it. Okay, never mind. Wheel, and then like
Just
Ezra
loops.
like let's move on. Cordelia.
Thank you. I turned my music back up.
Theo's in the front seat, just looking. He's looking out the window, just shaking his head to this. He's not paying attention. So, anything else after you like stiffen Cameron and you're like, yeah, I didn't. Yes, Foxtrot.
I hate to do this.
Do you?
And by
Yes.
hate, yeah. If Theo is looking out the window,
Oh no.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
can they catch Foxtrot staring at them from the passenger?
I can't deal with this. So is it like, wait, okay, so he's in the front passenger seat. Is it like y'all are kind of in, like, y'all can see each other through the reflection kind of situation?
Probably the rear view
Yeah, like
mirror,
the-
maybe
the-
like the
like-
side mirror.
Yeah, the side mirror on the passenger door.
So you're just staring.
Yeah.
You're I'm trying to figure out how Theo would respond to that. So I would say that they at first think that you're not looking. It's one of those things where like the catcher are like, oh, probably not looking at. Oh, you are looking at me. Okay, cool. So then slowly blinks and then looks over their shoulder at you. It's like, is there something you need help with?
I know, I'm just studying, I guess. You have a very defined and unique face. I hope I'm not, like, intruding. That was just... You seem so serene.
Is this
Mo fully snorts.
they just stare at you. It's like, thank you, or
You're welcome.
is this a compliment or you're noting something about me? I'm just confused.
I mean, if you wish to interpret it as a compliment, you are in your right to do so.
He just stares for a second longer, blinks, and then just slowly turns back, but doesn't look through the window for the potential of catching your eye again. Instead, just pulls out his phone. Very not typical Theo fashion of like scrolling his phone, like social media or something like that, but like might as well because this was awkward, is how they feel. Foxtrot, was there anything you wanted to do in that moment, or was it just for the sake of let me stare at your face? I'm just asking if there was anything. I don't know if there is.
Actually, if you're giving me an opportunity, I want to roll sharp.
Sure,
Oh boy.
It's just,
sure.
I don't know what I'm going to get out of this, but... that's a 6.
Oh man, okay.
Mark experience.
Mark experience, like, take the opportunity. So you were studying his face because he had a very serene, unique face, and you were trying to figure out why. You're not, like, in comparison to other people's faces, you're not entirely sure why. Like, yeah, like, he has a very symmetrical face. You would say that you note that it's a little too symmetrical. And then you also note that the scars are actually perfectly symmetrical as well, on the face and neck area that you can see, anything that you can see skin on. But that's all you note. You're just like, interesting. You're not sure what that means at all. But you're noting it because you've not seen that with any other person that you've ever talked with. You've talked with a lot of people. So you're like, okay, noted. But you didn't find anything else out. That's just something that, because you've been staring at them long enough in this car ride. All right, cool. So, partially awkward, partially like TikTok blasting versus country blasting. You get to the crime scene in Midtown. You park about a block away, I would say. Just so like, you know, the hustle and bustle is slowly dying down. It's not really like after, like 5 o'clock isn't here yet, so like it's slow right before the going back home rush for work. So this is like a decent time. So you have a parking spot to pull into. You all get out and you walk towards the crime scene. Now when you get there, you're told that it's in an alley of some sort. Of course, when you get there, you don't see an alley, you just know where the corner market is, but you do understand that there's illusion magic probably working. So when you walk towards this space, you see two people standing on either side, probably alley-width apart from each other, in hoods. So what is it, like a rainproof material hooded, essentially. You can't really see their faces, but they both turn to you. You can't really make out who's who, but that's the nature of who these people are. They're cleaners. They're kind of meant to make sure crime scenes aren't picked up on. They kind of are, you know how like in Men in Black they had like the little beepy thing, whatever that is. Not quite that, but they are in charge of doing memory wiping stuff or damage control and stuff like that. Thank you, Mo. We appreciate you. So they're both standing there. You see a brick wall there. They look to you and then they both jerk their jaw in the direction of that wall, letting you know to go in.
Give him a cool nod and walk into the wall like it's normal.
And you did. I was half tempted to be like, no, you walk right into a wall. No.
You walk right into the wall.
No, you walk through, you're used to this by now. You walk through this brick wall. It just feels like air, but visually anyone watching Mo go in first, it just looks like she bled through a wall. Like it was, if she was a ghost, for instance, like she just passed through the wall. You all go through like a ghost. Yes, Cordelia. Not you anymore. You all, I'm assuming, go through just fine. It is a dark, dank, still raining here, alleyway. Really tight, but wide enough, obviously for a body. You see a few other cleaners that are just kind of scoping the scene, looking for things, and then you see someone else that's crouched next to what you see as a body that has fallen over, kind of crumpled suddenly in a position as so. You can't make them out yet, but y'all are free to approach as this individual is keeping their distance but looking over the body as well as the scene nearby.
Gonna approach. I'm actually, I think that Mo will wait until everybody else is kind of walking forward, because her thing is more like casing the place. So like I would like to observe the environment first before I observe the body.
Okay, did you want to roll investigate a mystery about the environment?
Sure.
Cool, awesome, love it. Does anyone want to do anything else?
Can I just do a empath and get like the general vibes that are lingering around the area?
Usually you can only do it on a person, so like did you want
That
to
is
on someone nearby?
When you open up your brain to feel the emotions of something right there. Oh, I guess right there in front of you. Yeah, okay, never mind.
Does it say specifically a person, or does it say like
it just says something right there in front of you.
I will allow it just because it said something, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Let me check.
What's mine? Sure.
If because that could mean like a monster too, or a person, because that like might be that. I'll let you do it because there might be like
Okie
there just
dokie.
might be some emotions here tied to people. Go for it.
Yeah.
I got a
Okie
cool
dokie.
10.
You got a cool 10. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Noted. Did anyone else want to
Um,
do anything else while like they're approaching the scene?
I would like to do investigative mystery if that's cool.
Sure. What did you want to just also the scene or something specific?
Just the scene.
Yeah. So roll 2.
Keep it simple. All right.
And Cameron. Oh.
Huh?
Oh, okay, so you failed. Both of you mark experience. Cordelia, I'll tell you what happens in a second. Cameron.
I was gonna say, right now she doesn't really do anything. She's kind of like watching everything
Okay.
and kind of like absorbing the scene.
I'll let you absorb the scene, and I might give you something. It just won't be investigating, like a mystery-related thing, but it might be you notice something, so we'll see. All right, Mo, you got a 10. That means you hold
Wait, so you want me to roll?
No, you don't have to. If you're just like taking in,
okay.
you're
Yeah.
not investigating. You're just like, what am I taking in while walking through and seeing how people interact? We'll see how that one goes. But yeah, you hold 2, Mo. You can either ask 2 basic questions, 1 specific question, or you can ask, of course, 2 hold from any of that list for the other one.
Yes. I will ask 2 from the initial investigative mystery list.
Okay.
The first one is going to be what happened here. The second one is going to be what is being concealed here.
Okay.
My favorite question.
Good question.
The best question.
What happened here? So, you do know that a body was found. As you're walking through, you can now get a fuller understanding of what happened. You see there is a umbrella off to the side of this person's body, so that this was their umbrella. And it seems like they just walked down this alleyway, stopped, and fell. Now that could mean this isn't like someone mugged them, attacked them. This could be either they just fell and died, or let's say a projectile hit them of some sort and they fell over. But you don't see blood. So it just looks like they fell. But that's where you are from because you're hanging back a little bit. And what is being concealed here? From what you can tell so far from where you are, because you are far, a little too far to fully confirm this, but you're not entirely sure how this was called in, to be honest. And you notice that if this had been reported by a quorum member, that there would be a little bit more, it would look a little cleaner. But it looks like someone might have rifled through his belongings. So, but that's from where you are. You can't tell exactly how you can tell that. You get the vibe of that. Just because it looks like, oh, they didn't just fall over. It looked like maybe someone looked through his things. But yeah, that's what you notice there. I would say that
I will approach now, by the way.
You will approach now, okay.
Yeah, after I have cased the joint, I will approach now, yes.
Foxtrot, you failed, so you walk through, and I would say you accidentally bump into Ezra as they're moving forward. And then just they look back at you, but like they're like, oh, sorry about that. But you're kind of distracted by that. And I think perhaps too many people are ahead of you, so you didn't catch anything because they're all you're kind of average height, and enough people here are taller than you that like maybe you didn't catch what you wanted to. Cordelia, since you failed and it's empath, so you become overwhelmed with emotion. So you're gonna get something. You just might not be able to do anything with it. So you are overwhelmed with this bifurcated, dueling feeling of serenity and peace and fear of death. These are both things that like are conflicting very hard in that space where this body is. It is like you can see the aura or color of whatever those things are for you, and it is overtaking literally everyone's emotion in the area. So if you feel like curiosity, confusion, maybe mild fear because it's creepy, those are all overtaken by the impression that this person who has now passed has set on this spot. If you were a ghost, you would get the vibe of that this is kind of a heavy spiritual marker of some sort, that could cause hauntings, if stayed in a vacuum for too long, because that's how big this emotion is. How would you react to this feeling of both of these emotions?
I think that her initial reaction is just a sense of familiarity to both. And I think that she almost gets caught in like a sort of just like mental like lapse and just sort of like zones out, almost like succumbing to or like doing like a deep dive into the last times that she felt those emotions, and is just like fully zoning out, and like I think there's like a slight smile on her face, and she doesn't realize that just fully gets a nosebleed.
Oh my god. I don't know if Ezra would notice that immediately. Give me a moment.
Yep.
So because if like everyone's looking forward, they're not looking at you. So Cameron, I would say that when you walk, you're just walking, seeing people walk through and stuff like that. I would say the thing that you notice, immediately, just because this is kind of piggybacking on Mo realizing, that like it looks like things are rifled through and you walked ahead, you do see that keys, a wallet has been pulled out of the pocket and is opened. And you do notice that this person, it's like their faces on the floor. They're looking towards one of the walls. Obviously, they have passed. Hazel eyes that are starting to kind of obviously straight, not like get, what is it, like cataracts? Not quite there yet because this is recent.
I think it's like glaucoma, or is it like the like cloudiness?
I'll double check. I forgot what it's called. It's not. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
But it's essentially whiting out the eyes is starting, and they're looking towards that. I would note that like that shouldn't really be happening, that soon, but that's all. That's what you see so far from what you're just observing. Anything else would be investigate if you want to get into it. All right, cool. So you all approach the person that's crouching over the body, because Cameron, you're seeing this. You look up and you see a guy that's leaning over there. Dark skin, sides of the head shaved, curly hair on top. Dark skin, dark brown eyes. They look like they're in their mid-40s. Leather jacket, comfortable shirt. Not leather jacket, sorry. They have like a raincoat. They seem like the type that would wear a leather jacket. And he looks up at you and stands like, you're on the scene for the case?
Yeah, and like gestures to everyone.
All right, cool. By the way, Detective Damien Lucas, nice to meet you. And he like bows his head, and then turns to all of you. I would say that yes, Damien looks to you, Mo, for a split second, and gets ready to open his mouth, and then sees that you're looking everywhere else.
No. I would have been quite. That was jazz. I would have been quite focused on literally everything else up until he stood up, and then I would have stopped and stared at him.
Got you. And he stares back at you.
Damien.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi, Mo.
Hi. Hello. Yes. You're back. You're back in town. That's nice. Are you here for? Oh my gosh, I wasn't expecting to see you here. Right now. Here at the crime scene.
Theo just looks down at you because he's next to you.
Hi.
Like, what are you doing? Like, he just looks down at you.
I don't know.
Stop talking. Stop. Like, and then like Theo's like,
I was okay.
all right, S12 assigned to check out the scene. So it seems like we're all here. Can you tell us about what happened so far? And Damien's like, yeah. He like looks at Yumo like, okay. Yeah, so I was called to head to check out the scene, and it looks like a dead body. Kind of hard to tell at a glance because it doesn't look normal, obviously. And he like gestures down and crouches down again. So what I can tell, and he gestures to wallet. I looked at the ID. You can tell that his hands are gloved so that he doesn't contaminate anything. You can see that his name's Ripley. He was in like late 30s, early 40s. It just looked like he came into the alleyway and died, but and he points to his face. You notice that there are black veins that are kind of surrounding parts of his face, like so it looks like it's coming up the neck in there, but it's very faint, so it looks like it's already bleeding away. And the fact that it like looks like it had bursted those veins while coming up to his face looks like that was the case until the actual passing part. He's like, so that's the part where I'm starting to think that it's kind of magical related. It has everything to do with the other cases, but this is the first time I've been on the scene to see it myself. Everything else has been file documentation. So yeah, I don't know anything about magic wise and what that might attribute to, but it looks like he died of cardiac related things. Anything that would cause an instant death like that. So no gunshot wounds, no one attacked him. He just came here and died.
But they left his wallet though.
Mm-hmm.
Why would they? I mean, it just kind of looked like someone was like rifling through his stuff. So what exactly? If they weren't looking for money or whatever, what would they be looking for?
That's fair. And he does pick up the wallet this time again. Like reaches over to grab it, picks it up. You could see that the ID's like already out. That looks like it was already done that way. So Damien just was able to see the name just fine, not rifle through. Picks it up, and he shows it to everybody. You can see that if there was money, there is none, like physical like money. So if there was, you might see there's like a bit of a crease from money left over. And trying to figure out if I should make you roll for something or if I should just give it to you. I'll give it to you. It's fine. Just because he's showing you. There are some credit cards missing.
Some? Just
yeah, like
some
one or two.
still there?
One or two are missing. Yeah.
Oh. That's not what I'd call normal, but okay.
I mean, if someone saw the body and saw a quick way to get some money, just took the cash and whatever credit cards they could and just left.
I guess so. Do you know who called this in?
Personally, no. Like I was just told to come to the scene. But my understanding is it wasn't core related. So
that's kind of what I figured. So, working theory right now, something magical killed him, and just a passerby happened to cross the body, saw a quick way to make some dollars, dipped, might have called it in, might not have.
Mm-hmm.
What y'all think? I turn to the rest of the gang.
I think that Cassandra is just has her phone out and is very, very slowly typing, "Dearest Catherine, how much do you need to trace a credit card?"
Catherine? Oh, I'm sorry. I think her name's Catalina.
Ah, shit.
But like, I do like
okay.
that more where you're like, oh yeah, cat usually is a guy.
Kathleen.
So continue what you were typing. We're gonna keep the name.
Yeah.
Continue.
It's an ongoing thing.
Yeah, no, it's you scroll back, it's a different name each time, but like like the Nicholas name in comparison to like the nickname of just Cat. And just like, how much do you need to track someone's credit card? There are some missing.
From this person?
Best. Yes. Like fully like typing it out as if it's like a letter. Just
I know. Like when he's like, dearest Catherine. And I was like, what?
I love this so much. Wait, I love this because Mo does not sign her texts, but Cordelia does. That's amazing.
Great. Okay. So what Kat sends back is ... because the wrong name, but she doesn't say anything. And then I just need name, address, like maybe a picture of like an ID or something like that. If it's someone on, like that's if you're talking about the scene you're on right now.
Can I see the wallet real quick?
Yeah, sure. Damien gives it to you.
I will take a picture of the ID. I will pocket the cash, and then I will. If there's anything. Oh, there's no. Oh, I forgot that. I forgot.
Like all the cash is gone. But I can see Cordelia stealing cash immediately from what I see. Yes. So yeah, that was one of the points. Like, money's gone and a few credit cards are gone.
Gotcha. I thought it was just the credit cards. That's on me.
You're fine. No worries. So yeah, you take a picture, you send it, and she says, "Give me 2 minutes," is what she sends back, and a thumbs up emoji. Cool. What else? What else do people want to? I know the only thing I could say is that like Ezra, who's closest? Who would say is closest to Ezra right now? Who wants to be closest to Ezra right now?
You know, I was going to say that I'll probably be as far away from Damien as possible. So wherever Ezra is, I could be right there.
Can you roll sharp for me?
I would love to. I'm so sharp. Damn, I am so sharp. That's a 13.
Wow, damn. Ooh, love it.
Yeah.
All right, so then you're trying to step as far away from Damien as possible. And your mom senses tingle a little bit. Like, if this is Spider-Man, like spider senses tingle in here. And you feel the urge to look at Ezra, maybe because like you're on high alert about Ezra already because he's not doing terribly well. And you look at his face, and you notice a face you really haven't seen on him before. It's kind of frozen. He's staring at the body. He's kind of slowed down because like if he was walking, he slowed down to a stop. And there's like, he's hiding it as best as he can. He's not doing a great job, but he is fear. It's fear right now is what he's seeing. You're seeing on his face.
I will very subtly slide myself between him and the body so he's looking at me and not that. Hey, what's going on?
What?
You want to take a walk? You okay?
No, I'm good.
Are you lying to me right now? You know you can't.
I mean, if you want to use your movie, you can figure that out. But yeah, he is lying. He's very much lying. He's very, very much lying. It is a big lie. Like I'm not fine.
Yeah,
Specifically about what he's looking
well,
at.
here's the thing: is yeah, okay, yeah, I will actually. Well, no, I'll give him a warning. That's my warning. If he lies to me again, then I'll use it. But okay, I won't. Gotcha. I don't want to push him without his consent. You know what I mean? So I'm just gonna be like, you want to try that again?
I said I'm fine.
Okay, now I gotta use it. Let me mark that off.
Yeah, you got limited funds on that one. Talk about.
I got limited funds on it.
Talk about the move. Tell people.
Oh right. So remember when I kind of got low key possessed, kind of sorta, last season? Left me with the ability to tell when someone is lying, and if they lie to me, I can, or if they tell me the truth, I can ask about a question. I asked them directly. I roll weird to find out more information about them. Something. So I don't know if I can use it until he tells me the truth. But I know that he's lying.
So like if you have to.
Oh my god, that's so crazy.
Do I have to roll?
Stop it.
Yeah. You better eye that. I
So
haven't used it on y'all yet, but I'm about to.
So essentially, when like what's gonna happen is that like if he's lying, it doesn't work. If he's telling the truth, you can roll. So
yes,
right, and when you roll, that's when you use it. So you didn't use it quite yet until he's telling the truth.
I haven't used it yet.
Okay,
but I can tell that he is lying. That is the one thing, and I think that's also something that we said I would get to keep after even my 10 uses comes up, but only the I can tell if you're lying to me part.
Yes, you can keep that part.
Cool.
You can keep the lying part. It's very subtle.
Yeah.
But the strength of it will dissipate essentially.
Of course. Yeah.
Cool. So you just eye him, and he eyes you back, and there's a standoff, and then he just like shakes his head and walks around you. And he crouches. There's still that vibe you're getting, but he crouches down over the body. You see like he rubs his hands together. He takes off his biker gloves essentially, and then you can see him cracking his knuckles before hovering his hands over the body, and then you see like a pulse of energy, just normal. This is like a basic magic move you've seen him do, so it's not anything creepy. This is kind of him sensing or trying to figure out what's going on with the body in general, of like if it was magic related. And then you see several pulses of light, like a dark bluish energy, just of the space, so you can see that energy pulse through y'all essentially, as if like like a sonar kind of effect is the best way to put it. And then you see him like cock his head to the side. He's like, this is the first time I think I've been on a scene, but stops, like stands up and turns back to everybody, very robotic like, because he's trying to keep it together. It's like, so you know how when someone dies and obviously the spirit leaves, whether they stay earthbound or they leave properly.
Sometimes.
Usually there's
I'm following you.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. So there's usually a residue about that afterwards. There's no trace of that. So it seems like the spirit just was taken or consumed by something.
Okay. Sure. Yep. It's been like 10 years. I feel like I've seen everything, and yet here I am. Cool. So whatever this thing is, needs souls? Kind of like,
yeah.
I kind of look at Ezra like,
yeah.
Huh.
Kind of like what?
Oh, there was a time, like a few months back, when we ran into a creature that was or a person actually that was collecting souls for resurrection purposes.
Oh.
It's not like that, Mo.
Not like that? Different?
No.
Different how?
I mean, being one of those souls you're talking about.
I was trying to be tactful.
At least I died. So I left my body. This is as if they were being eaten from the inside.
Ah, okay. Wow, that's horrifying.
You died?
Anyway, and then like immediately to
it's not like half our team has done that. Yeah.
It's fine.
Anyway.
But yeah, so if this is a doll maker case, then that's something to note. That means that this person is never gonna cross over. Ever.
Not even if we get that soul back? No, because it was consumed, you're saying.
No.
Alright. Anything else? Anything else anyone want to do? Cass, you got a little onion.
Oh my gosh. Cassie, yes. The like walks up, puts his gloves back on, and then like digs in his pocket for like a tissue, and gives it to you. Like, what happened?
Just
Are you okay?
tissue in your pocket?
Why are you asking me fucking questions? He looks back at you, and it's just like here.
Oh, I didn't even realize it happened. And then like a much more like trying to be sneaky, just like, does this happen? You'll just bleed?
Oh yeah, it's called a nosebleed. It like if you have too much sodium sometimes, or if you have a damaged nose, or pick a thing like or head trauma injury. Yeah, nosebleeds.
I totally forgot about that shit.
Yeah, just stab that and just hold it. It doesn't look like it's gonna. It stopped already, but just. Yes. Anything else you want to do? Like, what's next steps? We can. Damon speaks up. Like, so. Normally, like at least detective wise, I would go to the home of the victim. So like, next of kin kind of situation. Talk to the landlord. Their apartment's not that far away. Like lifts the cart up. I'm probably gonna stay here and process the scene and go back to the core, but yeah, like if you need me or anything like that, any of y'all could. Mo has my number, so if anyone wants to reach out to me, they can.
Yep. We can check in on you later. So we should go. We should go.
Yeah, I would very much like it if you could check up on me later.
Yeah. Okay.
The two of y'all could get coffee sometime.
Okay,
Like,
enough out of you, Cassandra. Let's go.
You can just tell that Damien gives you a very pointed look of like, okay, we're gonna talk, and then turns back around to the scene.
Jeez. Just kind of turn around like, okay, let's go.
All right. Foxtrot.
Oh,
since you're the type that like kind of surveys the scene longer than most people would, could you roll just a sharp roll for me as y'all are stepping away?
Cool.
Just find out about it.
Oh, that is an 11.
It's decent. It's good. It's real good. As you're walking away, I think you would be like kind of behind because you're just kind of surveying everything, kind of committing everything to memory for later. As everyone else leaves, you notice something that's kind of out of place. It might not have anything to do with the scene itself. But near the umbrella, you can kind of, it's like a red umbrella. So against the red, you kind of notice it a little bit in like because if it's like overturned, it's like the water's gathering as you notice. You see like a fleck of black, like something that's very long in this water that's black.
Like a string or
you want to walk closer to find out what it is?
Yeah.
All right, cool. You walk closer. You might consider crouching down for this. And you see a feather, a black feather.
They pick it up, like almost like practically pushing it into their eye the way they're analyzing the feather.
Okay. This is a very long feather. You're not sure what bird would have this feather. Not that long, Jesus. Like, damn. Like,
for miles.
For miles. Like, yeah. It is about, like, that long. Like, it has, like a weird texture to it. And it looks like it has a lot of different tones of black in it. So you're not sure what would have that, but...
Who is around right now?
Theo is, and I would say Cameron.
And like, I thought the crime scene was like an alley or something, or
It's
is
an
it a
alley.
building?
So like you see like cleaners are just kind of like processing further back and forward, so that y'all are left to this scene. And then, of course, Damien is like
Um,
looking over the body and taking notes in a notepad.
I think what Foxtrot is going to do is go a little bit further beyond the crime scene, or maybe a nearby alley, and is looking for a rat or a pigeon or any other, like, New York fauna.
I think I know what you're doing. All right, so you see rats scurrying away. You do also see a pigeon that's kind of in a place that's like over, like, so the rain's not touching it, on top of a dumpster. So if there's like an overhang of like a bridge between two buildings kind of situation, like you see that. There's like a little, like there's a little pigeon just hopping around minding its own business, kind of like trying to keep small.
This is totally a stretch because you do know what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
If so, a foxtrot is going to try to imitate this pigeon to get its attention, like some kind of slow cooing or something, and like having their hand out like Snow White style.
I think
One
both,
of
I think
them.
both works actually. Either.
Yeah.
Works.
I really
Yeah.
need somebody to draw Foxtrot like they are a Disney princess, please.
Why are y'all
Thank
making
you.
all these like very like vivid pictures in my head of these characters?
That's beautiful.
And what they do, it's magic. I'm just gonna see if this works in the first place. It works just fine. Yeah. So they turn to you, like you make cooing noise, like not for magical purposes or anything like that, but just like curiosity turns to you. I mean, I would say they would unfurl their wings essentially, and they hop over to you, but not too much. They might think that you have like something in your hand essentially.
I mean, technically I do. It's not food, but like it's a feather. And I would like to use Simon Says.
Go for it.
Okay.
Can you explain what it is? Can you read that for me?
Yes, I'll read. You can temporarily infect a small creature, insect, small rodent, bird, or frog, and bend it to your will, making it an ally, subordinate, for the duration of the scene. And since it's not bigger than one of those
You just do
creatures,
it.
I don't have to roll. Yeah,
Just
it's
do
just
it.
a thing I do.
All right. Can you describe how that looks?
What happens is as soon as they roost on Foxtrot's hand, how the bird's talons kind of curl in. What we don't see is these kind of milky white or like translucent silvery barbs poking into the animal. Not necessarily threatening, but kind of like a little prick. Could you possibly identify this for me, like waving the feather or retrieve something like this, or I think forget everything I just said just now. Nod once if this is magical, and just like puts the feather near its beak.
I'm trying to figure out if a pigeon would know if something's magical or not. That's all.
We have to explain the concept of magic to a pigeon.
I think
to be honest,
so I think you, instead of saying magical, because it still might work, if this is natural or not. So like if this is something that like a raven or a crow that some people would see in the area, so it like cocks its head and it gives, was it 2 nods, like what did you say, like one nod for yes.
I guess for one nod if it's natural. I guess I'll count that as one nod. Thank you. You can go shoot.
2 nods. It gave you 2 nods.
I didn't give you a condition for 2 nods. What does that mean? I guess that it's not okay. Thank you. You can go. You can go. Thank you.
So you retract the barbs, I'm assuming, and then
yes.
It does like a lot of flying, doesn't go anywhere because it's like raining, and then it goes back to roosting essentially, and it just stares at you because you pricked it, but it was able to talk with you for a quick moment, so that was something. So yeah.
Okay. Just going to rejoin the group because nothing happened. They just wouldn't want to go further into the alley and investigate the rest of the scene.
Cameron, did you notice that Foxtrot walked away?
Probably. Yeah, I would think, because I think she's just kind of like keeping an eye on all the conversation, and then would have noticed like Foxtrot like walk off.
I would say that if you're just like watching from where you were, there's like this Disney princess moment, of seeing a pigeon like nestle on their hand, but that's all you can really see. And you can see that the pigeon seems to do like affirmative actions with its head. But you're like, okay. I mean, there's a lot of different types of people in the core. Like, there's magic users, so I don't know. They might be able to talk to animals. It's kind of cool. It's kind of sick, actually. So yeah, but Foxtrot, like, get away from me, and then starts coming back your way. And that's all you see. Y'all head out. Unless there's anything else anyone wanted to do in this scene. Okay. So yeah, you bustle. This apartment is about 5 blocks away, so you do not have to get to your car. If you don't want to, you can just walk it. You're not gonna get soaked through because it's like it's a drizzle at this point. You get to the apartment. I would say that Theo took the keys. So like there were keys there. I'm assuming that's where it was. But also perhaps if there is an issue, talk to the landlord, perhaps.
Times like this when I miss Megan.
Aw. You walk to the apartment. There's not like a buzzing you have to do. Apparently you just walk in, which is kind of concerning, but it's probably Midtown. It's fine. You walk through, and there's a receptionist or someone like a front door person there, and they look up and it's like, hey, can I help you? You here for somebody?
Yep, yes, we are investigating something. We need to see Wrigley's apartment. I hold up my badge. I hold up my enchanted badge because I have one of those.
Thank you for using it.
You're so welcome.
So, like they look at this badge. Roll manipulate someone for me.
Oh boy, that'll go well.
It's a +1.
Yeah,
it's a +1 because of the badge. So
yes, thank you, badge. I don't even remember what is manipulate. So please tell me it doesn't use charm.
It is charm. Sorry.
Gosh darn it! All right, cool. I'm sure that's fine. That won't go terribly.
Did you roll 2 dice?
You're not gonna believe this.
What?
Snake eyes.
Oh. Do you have a negative or is it just like 0?
It's 0, so it's a total of 3.
Because of how you said it, because you were like, hey, we're here to meet Ripley. You know, like, so the badge worked. Like, it looks like whatever this person wants to say, but, like, maybe they just don't like whatever badge type flashed in front of their eyes. So they just, like, glare at you. It's like, what did Ripley do?
Nothing. Just, help. I turned to Theo.
Yeah, so Theo walks forward, like, so he also shows a badge. Well, unfortunately, Ripley has passed away. We are, like, on the scene to investigate, what happened to him, and, we wanted to get, like, next to kin, maybe check his apartment, because it wasn't really, it didn't seem natural, so that was what that is. Let's see if Theo did well, because I think Theo's a little bit more charming than you. Not by much, but oh, look at that, double 6s. So yes, he's at least a bit more snake eyes versus a 12. So
Snake eyes versus Max, amazing.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
So the person looks up at Theo. It's like, oh, sorry about that. That sucks. He just left not that long ago, actually. Okay. a landlord's somewhere around here if you want me to get them to open the apartment for you, or whatever that might be. But do you know what happened to him? He's asking everybody.
We are not able to discuss the details of an ongoing investigation, but we will let you know when the conclusion comes out. Yeah, it's classified. Thank you.
Okay.
Cameron. Say that. Yeah, no, you're right. Yes, literally, it's classified. So yes.
Okay. All right. That's fair. If you want to go ahead, you can. That's third floor. 302, I think. Is their apartment. Yeah, that sucks. He doesn't really have.
How long ago? Sorry, I was just curious. How long ago did he leave? You say he just left.
He usually doesn't stay out long, so it was like 2 hours, 3 hours, maybe.
2 hours?
Yeah, usually like goes out. He's in a chipper mood, which was kind of weird, but yeah.
Weird how?
Not usually chipper?
I mean, he's been acting kind of weird lately, to be honest, the last few days. But he's been like I mean, it's raining. Like, it's been downpouring. You think that it was like sunny, like 75-degree weather or something like that.
Some people like rain. I mean, I don't know.
Not him.
How long has he? That's a good question. How long has he lived here, and how long ago did he start acting weird?
He's been here for like 5 years, 6 years. He kind of like he lost his family, so it's just him here. He probably has family somewhere else, like, extended family, but like, like he's been like trying to recover since. And then I would say that he kind of seemed like he was getting better, like grief wise, and then I would say the last few days he's been kind of bubbly, jaunty. He was like whistling this tune. I don't know what the tune was. I kind of remember it from somewhere, but I don't know what it was. It was really whistly.
Really whistly?
Yeah.
Okay. That is a bit weird.
Are there any cameras in the lobby?
Yeah, there are. If you go back that way. Like, I could set you up over there if you want me to. And yeah. But
yeah.
If you want to do that, you're free to go to his apartment, and I could just, whoever wants to watch the cameras, I could just set that up. Okay?
Yeah.
Are you okay with that? Going by yourself? You want someone with you?
I'll take the company, or we can split up and look for clues.
Not in my experience.
No, I'm pretty sure that always works.
No, at all. Any volunteers want to stay with Cassie here?
I'll stay. Foxtrot can stay.
Like Ezra lifts his hand.
Ezra, lovingly, Ezra. I actually need you upstairs. So, Foxtrot, are you cool with staying with Cassie?
As long as is that fine with you? You can pick whoever you want. I thought that would be.
I think Cassie just gives the longest, blankest stare. Sure. And I mean, I haven't met you, Cameron, is it? Or
yeah.
If you both want to, I mean, are you? Is that okay, Cassie? Are you okay with that? I'm like looking right at you. Don't lie to me.
Yeah, it's fine.
Dope.
Okay. If you need us, you let us know with your phone that you have. Okay. Let's go.
So who's staying with Cassie? I'm sorry. So that's Foxtrot.
I think Cameron and Foxtrot are both staying with Cassie.
I just want to make sure it was both of them. Okay, so you're both staying. Good for y'all. Not fully splitting up. I appreciate that. All right, so everybody else is going up to the apartment 302. So you have the keys. You walk up to, or you take the. Is this a walk up? No, this is the elevator. One of those old timey elevators that sound kind of rickety. But it seems to work just fine. But you have a feeling that like, oh man, like, is it on its last legs? I don't know. So you get up there. It's like the first few doors down when you get to the floor. and you see somebody standing in front of it. An older person. That's not like you see someone standing there, and then they are knocking, or it looks like they're getting ready to knock, essentially. And then they turn to you. Oh, hello. How are you?
Hi. Are you here to see Ripley?
Well, yes. I was going to see Ripley. I'm the landlord. So.
Ah. Well, I got bad news and mostly bad news.
Okay. Is he okay?
No, he's dead.
Oh. Oh. Um. That could have been delivered better, dear.
I'm sorry. You're right.
Thea just looks at you like, what
it's
the
just
fuck?
it's what it's been a long day. Apologize. No, he passed earlier today.
What happened?
And
was it an accident?
we are not able to discuss the details of an ongoing investigation. I pull out my badge. We are here to investigate. Could you let us into the room, please?
Yes, I could do that. I understand. Is there anything else I could do to help?
Yeah, I mean, if you could tell us about him. The secretary downstairs said that he's been acting kind of weird last few days.
Oh, I wouldn't know. I've been around. He just like drops off rent and just fine. But not in the last week. This is the first time I was going to check on him for a while.
Not in the last week?
Not in the last week. This is like payday schedule. So.
Oh, interesting. So it's almost like, I mean, I'm not supposed to discuss the details of an ongoing investigation.
Can I have your names, please?
I don't really give out my name to people anymore. Hey, I look at Theo.
Of you. I'm so proud of you.
Let it not be said that Mo doesn't learn.
I'm so proud. Oh my gosh. It's like, that is understandable. But yes, if you need me, and he like opens the door.
What was your name, sir?
Oh, I don't. I also do not give my name out. And then like,
okay, that's fine. I can get it from the secretary. Thank you very much. And I go through the door.
And just Theo watches you go in awkwardly, shakes their head, and then walks in after you. Ezra walks in as well. I think it's just you three, right? Like everybody else.
Yeah, it's just us three.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. So you enter the apartment. When you enter, it's a very stereotypical, like kind of older apartment when you think of like built to be a bachelor pad. So it's like a studio or 1-bedroom apartment that's kind of was like styling of the 1970s older apartment that never got updated kind of thing. It's very minimalistic, is what you can tell. And you see there's a doorway to a bedroom, there's a kitchen connected to the living room, windows that have like the gate on it, like those, like that's it's a gated kind of situation. Also typical for older apartments, very rusted essentially. And yeah, I would say that it's a little messy near there's a television there, there's a couch. It's very messy in that area. And I would say that it looks like this person hasn't taken out garbage this week, but it's not like, it doesn't smell bad. It's just, it looks like, oh, garbage day is coming up soon, maybe. So.
Time to investigate. I would like to roll investigate a mystery.
Okay. And Ezra looks at you, is like, so what did you need me up here for?
To do your whole magic thing.
So just, okay.
Your whole
just to do the same thing.
Detecting thing. Do the same damn thing. Yep. Also, because I wanted to know what's going on with you. You're kind of avoiding me, and I don't appreciate that.
Also, did you know that like we've known each other for 10 years and you still keep on referring to magic as the magic thing?
Yeah, the magic thing.
This magic thing?
You do the magic thing.
I feel like I keep on telling you what they're called, and you just never committed to memory. And I don't know how to feel about that.
I mean, look, I don't necessarily need to remember this stuff because I got you for that. So,
Right. I'll do the magic thing.
And before, do the magic thing. Thank you. I appreciate you. And I know that you are avoiding the question.
And he takes his glove off and then like lifts his hand up, and you see that same sonar go on as he's looking, as if you didn't say what you just said. Like it was like, let me just continue.
Just kind of exchange a glance with Theo, like this kid.
Theo gives you the same look, and then goes into. What did you want to do? Did you want to do the bedroom, or do you want to do the living room, kitchen area?
I'll do the living room, kitchen area.
Okay, so Theo
mostly. I'll probably just. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go.
I was just gonna say I'll probably, if the trash hasn't been taken out in a minute, I'll probably look at the trash. Honestly,
okay.
Everything else too, but like just like that's what I'm gonna be focusing on because, words.
You're fine.
Yep. I don't know.
Okay, cool. Barely passed each time for them too. All right, so Theo exchanges
I know,
a look
same.
with you. Walks into the bedroom, and he's gonna check out the bedroom. What did you get?
8.
So you hold 1 for the trash.
Hold 1. Yeah, probably. Yeah.
So what do you want to ask about that? You want to give me a general question, or did you want to do one of the listed questions?
I think I want to ask a general question, but I need to be able to phrase this right, so hold on.
It's not like the one time you say it, I'm gonna take it as like what you meant. So like if you want to like workshop it, we can workshop.
You Faye. Because like so, based on what we know, homeboy was grieving, lost his family.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably a big old gate into his brain, since that's how the doll maker got me. About a week or so ago. Did you say a week or like 2 weeks or something like that?
Or how he
started acting different
in the last few days. So like 3
few days. Okay, so not even a week then. And then when was I'm sorry, maybe I misunderstood this. When was payday? Was it supposed to be today?
He was supposed to get paid this week.
But
so,
not
like,
necessarily today. So that's why the landlord was coming up to
see if he had like payment for the apartment.
Gotcha. Okay. Because the conclusion that I'm drawing is that he was not, or whatever was possessing him was not expecting him to live past, so didn't see the need to pay rent.
Essentially.
Next month's rent.
Essentially.
Yeah. Okay. Which means, so the question I think I want to ask is, I guess, what is this thing doing? So my thought is that when the dollmaker possessed me, like there was like a purpose to it, which is mostly get him out of jail, essentially. But I'm wondering if like right now the possessions are more about getting their souls, I suppose, instead of like a very specific task that they have. So is it just like they're just like possessed for a couple of days and then their soul gets eaten and then he moves on? So I guess that's basically what I'm asking. That's a very specific question. That's not a general question at all.
That's a specific question. I will not be able to answer
sorry.
that one. No, it's fine. But keep it noted for later. I would say.
I will keep it noted for later. Let me just say what happened here. Let's just be my nice general question. You can answer.
Maybe let me beautiful mind it. Like, no, it's too specific. All right, what happened here? So you go to.
You can give me whatever answer you want.
So you go to the trash, and you pull it like let's say it's like under the sink or something like that. So like you would say like the door can barely close because like whatever that might be. You see that there is a bag that's already like tied up to get ready to take out, and then there's like a new bag that's partially like half full. You open it. When you touch the bag, it's already like knotted up. There's a lot of glass in it. A lot of glass. Specifically, when you note it, it's kind of see-through enough. it looks like a specific type of bottle, all of the same type of bottle over and over again. This isn't a bottle that a normal person would normally have. This isn't like cola or like anything like that. You would know that this is very potion bottle-like, is the best way to put it. Something you would get from Caligo Avenue. And there's a lot of them. A lot of them. Like there's
Are they
about
broken or are they whole?
I wouldn't say like if they're broken, it's because there's so much glass in here. But it looks like normal out through glass into containment, and then maybe some of them shattered. They all look like they were emptied out. You see that there is some kind of bluish residue on anything that there might be residue left on. Some of them look like they might have dried out already. But it looks like a potion. A lot of this type of potion has been ingested in a short amount of time.
I'll take one of those bottles.
Okay, you take one of those bottles, and you can see like in the when it's half full, like there are some of those bottles, but like it's just also normal. Garbage, I would say that you notice that if this is, let's say, a week's worth of garbage or a few days worth of garbage, there's no food here. So like if there's like, oh, discarded boxes of food, takeout, like banana nothing, it's just these bottles or normal trash.
Okay. Did I feel hungry when I was possessed? I don't remember this. I don't recall this.
That's a really good question, because like you've never asked that. You did not feel hunger, no.
That makes sense.
But also you were not fully possessed either, so like it might have been like,
and it was also like a day and a half. So.
Yeah, so you're fine. But like also a day and a half you're almost fully possessed, which was kind of concerning. But no, like not you specifically, just that was rapid in general. So don't worry.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So you take one of those bottles. What are you doing with it? You just have it, so like you have it for like evidence purposes?
Yeah, I have it. I'm about to ask Ezra to do his magic thing on it, but I don't want to interrupt his concentration, so I turn around and see what he's doing first.
All right, so like he's still doing it. His eyes are closed. You see that like there's like a concern, like he's like kind of tilting his head, like he's picking up more than he intended for a sparse-looking apartment like this. So it might not, since it's a sonar, it might not just be this apartment he's picking up on. And he's trying to nail it down. So it looks like he still needs concentration for a moment.
All right, no worries.
So yeah.
I will, sorry, go ahead.
No, what were you gonna do?
I was just gonna like take a quick peek around the living room then, if I'm done with the kitchen.
Okay, hold on. Nope. Let's see if there's anything else. In the kitchen living room area, I would say, because I guess you would know this as well. You're doing a thorough walkthrough at this point in time. You do notice that there's something, like there is a notepad in the space against the wall between the kitchen and the living room, because it's all together. So it looks like maybe like a place to put stuff like keys, notes, a plant, maybe, just to have some sort of situation. There's like a notepad, and usually like you see a fresh notepad where like, oh, someone lifted it up and ripped it. It looks like this notepad never got ripped. Like it just looks like, oh, it was freshly used, and all the pages were used up and used like heavy-handedly written on. So they all look wrinkled.
Goodness. I'll flip through that.
Yeah. What you see,
what's up with that?
It starts off where like there is just normal notes of like food notes, like, you know, like in terms of like, oh, like going to the groceries, and that looks like that for a little bit, but then halfway through, it becomes like a log of time lost, essentially. So like they start noting that something's weird. I'm just going to keep notes here because at least for this one, because it looks like a normal notepad, maybe this will be something that can log that some weird stuff is going on. I lost 2 days. I lost a week, and stuff like that. So it looks like after certain periods of time, he forgets things. And this goes back a few months. So you're not how fresh this pad is, but like at least it started midway through. So like it's been going on for at least the amount of time lost, at least a few months. And then I would say,
interesting.
And then I would say, it abruptly stops. So let's say there's like 5 more pages at the end before this thing is fully used. It abruptly stops 3 days ago. So like there is no more struggling of time lost, of that something's weird.
Gotcha.
It stops.
Sad. This is sad. I'm suddenly so sad.
I'm sorry.
Okay. No, it's okay. It's not. I mean, I
Are
didn't
you
know.
though? Are you?
Are you? Are you?
Are you? Are you?
All right. So
is Ezra done yet?
Ezra's done. So Ezra like stops as soon as you notice these things, and you also see Theo walk into the same area, and has a quizzical look on his face. Ezra says, "Okay, so I'm picking up a lot of magic used in the apartment." Like, and he like looks back to where you were, and like not used, but just yeah. I might need to look at that later, but it's some kind of I wouldn't say life granting because that's not it's not like a magic health potion. It's not a health potion, but it is meant to restore something. That's all I'm getting the vibe of, and there's a few magical beings in this apartment, but it feels weird a little bit, so I don't know what that is.
Okay. That's good. It's good to know. I point at the notebook.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of seems like he was starting to get possessed a few months ago,
mm-hmm.
and only recently got fully taken over. Maybe 3 days ago.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So,
well, possession. He might have been possessed already because it only takes the doll maker kind of looks like it can just take over you in a few days, maybe a week max. But you can, because we fought some of these dolls already, they can get dislodged from possession sometimes. Maybe that's what's happening. That was happening to him, and the time lost was being a doll. Maybe that's a theory.
Yeah.
See,
makes sense.
You see Theo come in, obviously, and then Lena's like, it looks like there was something in the closet. Like there's a big space of something that used to be there. But it's gone now. There's an empty case in there. But I don't know what it was. So someone was here already.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. We should probably figure out if the kids found anything downstairs through the cameras.
Can you roll read about a situation for me?
No! I don't like that!
It's fine. Don't worry.
No, thank you.
That is literally the time to worry. That's like actually the time to worry. Hold on, I have a move that says I can roll cool instead of sharp when I read a bad situation. So I am going to do that since my cool is slightly better. Okay. Don't fuck me.
What you should yell at every dice.
I rolled a 9.
Okay. So read about a situation. That is. You can ask any of those questions. You hold 1.
I rolled a 10. I'm sorry.
Okay,
I can't do math.
So you hold 3 instead.
3?
Yeah.
3 versus 1? Damn.
I don't know why read a bad situation is the one that has to jump ahead to 3, but go for it.
That's very funny. Okay, let's see. Fear. Okay. Are there any dangers we haven't noticed?
Yes.
Okay. Oh boy. What's the biggest threat?
I'll answer that in a second. Give me the third question.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Ooh, okay. What? Huh?
You got this. It's fine.
I hate it here. I hate it here. I'm going to ask what's the best way to protect the victims, but I don't think that Theo and Ezra are victims. I just want to know what I can do to protect them. That's it.
Ooh. What can you do to protect them? You don't really need to do anything but fight.
Okay, thanks. Great, awesome.
And then in terms of the second question, which is, what was the second one? What's the biggest
threat?
There are 1 or 2 threats on this floor that seem to activate immediately.
Okay, my head comes up and I unholster my pistol. I think we got company.
Yeah, you don't like. They both also turn because they can hear 2 thundering sets of feet coming from 2 different directions of the hallway, coming towards this room. You would have thought like, oh, someone's just running down the hallway, but it seems like the fact that they're coming from 2 different directions, coming towards this direction, feels like it's pointed and personal. Changing scenes. Go back in time a little bit. Y'all are in the camera room.
Love the cliffhanger.
With the receptionist, yes. So the receptionist brings you back to like the back office, let's say, on this floor, where the cameras are. It looks kind of like old in regards to like a VHS vibes. Like you're like this form of camera is what we have. But that's all they can afford for this. And they come over and it's like, okay, well, we don't like, since it's just today, I can just set it up for you. I kind of have to stay here and like set it up for you, but I can do that. They sit down, scoot over, and set it up for you, kind of like roll back the clip for what they can. They're just gonna have to set up a new VHS tape for today, but for now, let's say I'll give you a 10-minute window to look through. There's a slew of different chairs. There's like a normal chair, a rolly chair, a camp chair, so it looks like whatever was available for sitting purposes. If anyone wants to go around this computer, you can. Since Cordelia, you're the one that asked, it seems like you're the one that like they're just trying to sit down.
Gotcha. I think that Corey's just going to like probably sit down in the rolly chair and just be like, we really do appreciate your help with all this. And obviously, again, this is all classified information that we're going to be discussing, and I know that I understand why you should be here to like help guide us through this, but also we would really appreciate some privacy for this, if that's all right.
I get that it's classified. I won't look at what you're looking at. You're talking with each other? Like I can't listen to what you're talking about.
Yeah, no, just like trust me that there's going to be some things that will be brought up that may be upsetting and confusing, and so I'm trying to use my trust me move when you tell a person the truth in order to protect them from danger. Roll plus charm.
Okay. Go for it.
Yep.
So was it manipulate someone essentially, or?
It's on a 10 plus. They'll do what you say.
Okay.
No questions asked.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that one.
Go for it.
And my charm is, where's my charm? There it is. That is a 7.
On a 7 to 9, they do it, but the keeper chooses from one. Let me see what I want.
Can I help?
If you do, if you do succeed, it's only gonna go up 1 point, and it's still gonna be a mixed success. Even if like Foxtrot helped, it'll still be a mixed success, unfortunately. So I appreciate it though. Like keep that mentality, keep it going, but unfortunately, it'll still be a mixed success. So they ask you a hard question first. They stall and dither a while. They have a better idea. Okay, so how about this? All right, I will stand in the corner. I'll sit down, put headphones in, and I won't hear anything y'all say. I still kind of have to make sure y'all don't like run off with tapes and stuff. kind of my job.
Sure.
Okay. He takes out like earbuds. Like how old and decrepit this building looks. Like, oh look, new age stuff, clearly. And goes and sits down in a folding chair. Yes, Foxtrot, what you want to do?
Foxtrot goes over to the person and just kind of puts one gentle hand on top of them, and I would like to use Simon Says again, but this time roll, because this person is bigger than a regular animal.
Sure.
You're
not there, Mo.
I know.
Let people do what they want. Let your children be free.
Please know that Mo's mom senses are tingling, and she's like, one of the children is misbehaving.
Why are you calling me a child? Anyway, plus weird.
I don't care how old you are. You're my kid.
It's a 9.
Oh,
so let me see what happens with your thing, because I'm going to do something in a second. Give me 1 minute.
Foxtrot is the reason we're getting attacked right now.
What? No. I could have never foreseen this happening. Like, Foxtrot did some shit. This was a what now? What was it again?
A 9.
All right. So you put a hand on the... I just want you to describe this to me.
Like I said, well, it's those same kind of like barbs protruding from their skin, kind of puncturing the shirt. Actually, we really do need that level of privacy security reasons. You can come back when we're finished.
So they look at you and they tilt their head at you, and then they smile really serenely at you. You didn't say Simon Says. Oh my god. I can't stand this. So they tilt their head at you and look at you, and then they smile at you, and then you hear a different voice come out of their mouth. Oh, that's interesting. What are you trying to... Who are you? And you're all hearing that.
So we all hear that?
You all hear that. And then they grab your hand in turn instead. And I need you to roll kick some ass.
Cool. Let's see.
So we got nothing from the cameras is what I'm gathering.
You could take one of those tapes and leave. Like if you wanted to, you know exactly which tape it was. Leave.
That's another 9.
Another 9. So kick some ass. Let's see what goes on there. Are you kick some ass? Why are you doing this to me? All right, there we go. So, it's just traded damage, I think. So, how are you going to attack this person now? Clearly, not just a person that's gripping your hand right now.
As soon as they start talking in that voice and the hand twist, it uses the other hand to punch it directly in the face.
All right.
Like automatic.
So 1 damage was just done to this person's face. But what it looks like is it just looks like the cheek got knocked, but the body stays firm essentially. So it doesn't look like it got knocked back enough. It doesn't even look like it took the impact, but clearly you just hit its face. That hand stays in place and grips extremely tightly, and then you start to see the fingers turning black, getting sharper, and digging into your hand. You're going to take 2 damage immediately, unless like you have armor of some sort. Do you have armor?
I don't.
I think you do, actually. Well, actually,
no, I
you have
don't.
a padded leather jacket +1.
Oh, I do. I forgot.
So I would say, like, just to help you out here, it grabbed your wrist. It didn't fully pierce through the jacket, so you take 1 damage instead.
Okay.
Cameron, Cordelia, y'all definitely see what's going on here. And you heard that voice. That wasn't normal. Cordelia know who that was. Cameron, this is the first time you're hearing that voice.
Gut instinct, Cameron, like, immediately like shoves her hands in her back pockets and comes out with brass knuckles with spikes on them, and just goes to like just immediately punch the hand to try to have them let go of Foxtrot.
Roll kicks
Or the arm rather, not the hand.
The arm to get it, like, yeah, because that might hurt. That might hurt.
Like maybe like in here or something.
Yeah,
I don't
just to
know.
knock it out. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah. All right, that's plus tough, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, that is a 13.
Damn. Okay, so you did good. You did real good. So you take a on a 10 plus, choose one extra effect. One extra effect. You gain the advantage +1 forward. You inflict terrible harm +1. You suffer less harm -1. You force them where you want them. So it sounds like you want to force them where you want them, unless you want to do something. So you want to do that one. All right, cool. So when you do that, you do knock the hand away from the Foxtrot, and it does like still keeping its body in place, but you did knock it away enough. With the opposite hand, it hits you and slashes immediately. You're going to take, unless you have armor, 2 harm. It's going to aim for your shoulder and chest area. Do not.
Hey, where's my harm? Oh, there it is.
You do have armor?
Oh no, I don't have armor. Sorry.
Oh, okay. But yeah, so you took 2 harm, a slash across your shoulder and the front of your chest near your collarbone. A hit. Cordelia, what are you doing?
She is very calmly just trying to figure out how to eject this tape, and just, God damn it, not again.
You succeed in injecting this tape, but
Gotcha.
you do it. You are doing it calmly, but you just keep on hitting buttons. And you're like, fuck, no, and then you finally, oh, cool, yes, the thing happened, and then you pull it out. And I'm assuming you have a bag of some sort, and you just slide it into your bag.
Yes.
Go ahead. What else did you want to do?
Do I have the, I don't know, like action economy to whip out my phone and call mom, or?
Do you have the action economy? Yeah, try to do that. You do that.
Okay. Should I like roll into it or just?
You just do that. Like, I don't think you're rolling for anything here. So you're calling, but I think Mo's a little busy.
Okey-dokey.
At this time.
Why would you say it
Too
like that?
busy to pick up a phone call from my kid?
Well,
you never call anymore.
If there's 2 people impending coming your direction, you just threw a pistol. I don't think you can hear that, or it's on vibrate right now.
I have a Bluetooth.
That's interesting.
Honestly, I can see that.
I
could see that from
I'm going to say that you attempted to call, you're attempting to call, and it's like you're ringing right now, but we'll get to that in a second. In this moment, you see that entity turn around. Those eyes that you looked human once are now fully black all the way down to the whites of them. And they're staring back at you, and there's like a nice smile. Very serene looking. And then you hear... So, are we gonna do this? Or am I going to have to call other people?
If we're capable of having conversations, let's have a conversation. I'm sorry, I have very weird reflexes, and you clearly aren't hurt, so forgive me.
Weird reflexes, is that what you call it?
Yes, I do.
I don't think I want to talk with you. Instead, I think I'm going to call all of them. And then you hear somewhere on this floor glass shatter, as it sounds like someone is busting through a door on the other end of this building, on this floor. And there, we're going to take a break, everybody. Hello, everyone. Before we return to Arcane Core Blackout, we would like to thank our sponsor for this episode, 𝚘𝚘𝚝 Productions. Also, as a thank you to all who are watching today, Other Cider Studios and 𝚘𝚘𝚝 would like to present discount codes for Monster of the Week Hardcover Edition or Tome of Mysteries, a Monster of the Week supplement. Use code ARCANE20, that's ARCANE20, on checkout at evilhat.com when purchasing one of these items for 20% off of your purchase. Seriously, thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Now, back to Blackout. All right, and we are back. Now, I think this cast is doing an amazing job, in my humble opinion. So much so, I think that you should probably be tipping these wonderful people. So please do. I think we have it in the link, and I think we have it on the side here for chat. But if you could just do www.pally.gg/tip/Other Cider Studios and tip these wonderful people, we would greatly appreciate it. Now, back to the story. So, shit got turned up just now, apparently. So, things are going ham. We're going to do combat now. We're going to go in rounds, and we'll see how this goes, but it shouldn't be that long. So, we're going to go back to Mo, Theo, Ezra. Two sets of feet are stomping towards that door, and at this moment in time, it sounds like someone's trying to barrel through, and they're doing... it's, you know how, you've done this before where you slam into someone's room, or cleared a room. It's like that, but it sounds like a battering ram that's going into the door. So, it doesn't seem like a human is doing this. It seems like it's something else, in terms of if it was a physical item, like a battering ram. But it sounds very organic on the other side. So that's definitely a person that's trying to slam this door open.
Hey.
Theo steps in front of you, essentially, and
Excuse me?
doesn't listen to you, steps forward, and you just see them essentially. I think they were wearing a jacket. They're gonna take their jacket off, essentially, and it's just like, all right, I'm just gonna get this because it sounds like whatever this is huge. So back up and prep for it, please.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I
Can
instead
you say that to his face? You're like, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, the co-leaders are fighting. All right, continue.
We're not fighting. We're not fighting each other. But I do have a very Scooby-Doo-esque idea, so I'm going to do it. I am going to go to the door and I'm going to open it, but I'm going to time it so that as soon as the person is trying to ram into it. And I'm just going to look over my shoulder and just say, be ready. And then I'm going to open it.
You see Theo get ready. I would say that you notice, you know what they look like in terms of without a jacket on. There is muscles, but it seems like they just the physique gets oddly bigger. A lot taller than Theo normally is.
That's pretty damn tall.
Yeah, he's really tall. He's 6'5". It looks like he's now getting to 6'8". And it looks like he's preparing for impact, essentially. But you don't know when that happened. You turned around, you're getting ready to go to the door, you see that after taking the coat off, you notice that. All right, this is a timed situation, so act under pressure for me.
Cool beans.
Cool is your thing, so let's hope that this is...
Cool is my thing.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. Okay. I really can't see without my glasses. I'm so oh shit! Math is so difficult. 12. Are you dying?
It was just how you said it. Nice. It's just how you said it, though. So, let me see. Act under pressure. You do what you set out to do just fine. So, you hear the rhythm of this person slamming into this door. You see the splintering of the wood of this door. They're wailing on this door a lot faster than a normal person would, and it's kind of creepy. You can see that it's the locks are starting to buckle, essentially. And just as that final thing is getting ready to happen, you swing the door open and they come tumbling through, very much like a ram. You see someone that is a little shorter than Theo is, would have been the same height as Theo until this exact moment. Coming straight for Theo. Let's see if Theo does a good job or not. No, for some reason. Wait a minute.
What? My God. And you wanted to step in front of me? Homie.
Okay, so chill. Like, what is this? So what ends up happening? Give me a second. So Theo does catch this person. They had the intention of grappling them essentially, and they look like they almost do, but they immediately grip into Theo's sides. Like, it just looks like meaty hands essentially, and it looks like black ichor is pouring from the fingers. It seems to bleed into the sides of Theo, and he lets out a very deep grunt. So he is able to plant just fine. He has this person locked, but they also have him locked, essentially. So this person, who looks very much like light skin, jet black hair, they look like the physique of a boxer kind of situation is what's going on. Very similar to the person that you fought like a few weeks ago, that was like tanky in terms of builds. So yeah, but obviously a different person. So yeah, what you did that? You had your move.
I did do that. That was my move.
What Ezra's gonna do?
I would like to also note that the way that I pulled the door was like so that I'm behind the door.
That's what I was thinking.
So that
like, so
whichever the other person, I'm hoping that they won't see me or sense me there.
So once this happens, Theo's in a grapple lock with this entity. Another one comes through that's feminine frame, long hair. You see also, both y'all notice black eyes as well, and she just walks in, and it seems that she is looking for Ezra, like, or she has a feeling that Ezra's in this room, because it looks like she automatically looks to where he is. So yeah, and then she starts walking. I would say that she does not see you, but Ezra's within eye shot, so passing the door where you're hiding behind to get to Ezra. I'll give you a turn, because you have an advantage in this situation. You're behind the door. So what do you want to do?
Sick. Love to see it. Oh boy. Let's see. Well, here's the thing: is both my boys are in trouble right now, so I gotta do an eeny, meeny, miny, mo type situation. And
up to you.
What I'm going to do is I'm hoping that actually I don't know if that's safe. I was going to take I have my gun out. I was going to shoot homegirl TM. Homegirl in this situation is gender neutral. And I was going to shoot her, but that might be loud because it is to harm, close, loud. So that's pretty loud. And that my intention was to alert our friends downstairs, but I'm not sure that would be the best idea if I'm starting to suspect that a lot of people in this building are not on our side. So instead, what I'm going to do is, this is wild. I'm going to do, hold on, I have to read this move really quick.
Yeah. She wants to say hi to everybody.
Hello, I love you. Okay. Does Theo look particularly hurt?
No damage was done yet, but he's in a position where like he might get hurt soon.
Okay. Well, I'm going to trust that he's okay. And so instead, what I'm going to do is run towards the feminine person. And I'm going to, as I do, take out my big knife, TM, and, oh, wait. Do we have a specifically, we should be keeping these people alive mentality? Yeah, okay, you're right. Damn. Okay. In that case, screw it. I'm gonna shoot her. I'm gonna shoot her in the leg.
Wow, your thought processing.
I know. I just went. It was pretty wild, but yeah, I'm just gonna straight up shoot her.
Okay, where are you shooting her?
I am going to shoot her in the fleshy part of the leg. I'm very specifically not aiming for where it may or may not hit an artery, but I want to incapacitate her so that she can't make it to Ėẓra.
Alright, so kick some ass.
I shall kick some ass. Here's the thing.
Okay.
I'm going to use a point of luck.
Oh my god, yeah, you finally used luck.
I did, yeah.
Okay.
I rolled a 4, so that's not gonna work.
Alright, so immediate full success on a 12. You can pick one of the extra effects. A +1 forward, or give 1 forward to another hunter, inflict terrible harm, +1, you suffer less harm, -1, you force them where you want them. So you want, I'm assuming you want this person to be on their knee, or like to like essentially dislodge them a little bit so that they fall down. Okay.
Yeah, I would like yes, that's exactly the plan. If they could fall or not be able to move, like functionally, not because of pain, but because of like physically they cannot move, because I know that these guys don't feel pain very much.
Exactly. So
that's my plan.
You aim that. Yeah, you've been waiting for this moment for a while. You've been like, yeah, let's go. I'm assuming you also like hunted dolls already. So you aim, practice these, you know how to incapacitate them. And you go right through the thigh. And as I would say that she's only like a few steps away from Ėẓra. Ėẓra looks like he's taking off his gloves to start doing magic. She crumbles. So goes down on one knee, kind of plants herself and holds herself up on one hand. She looks back at you. You can see those black eyes narrow at you. And then she lifts a hand in your direction.
Smoke.
And
I'm scared.
You see like this dark smoky with like a little bit of deep blue energy smoke around her hands and then shoot out at you. It's gonna hit you in the chest. You're going to take...
Am I allowed to take the advanced kick some ass?
No.
Where it says on a 12 plus I can... okay, never mind.
You have to level that up, unfortunately. So...
That's right! I forgot.
It's
Thank
fine.
you.
But worth an ask, just for anybody that did have a question.
Always.
So you get hit right in the chest.
I know how to play this game.
It's okay. It's fine. Don't even try. So it hits you right in the chest.
Yeah.
You take 2 harm. And I would say that it bleeds away at the top of your jacket and the top of your shirt. And it starts to bleed a little bit away at your skin.
Where?
Like right here.
Where?
Up here.
Okay. I'm just too much collarbone.
Are you really worried about your bosom right now?
Yeah, my bosom.
My goodness. Okay, so
it's important.
You get hit here. And it hurts. There's a sting on your skin. Ėẓra's gonna get a turn because he sees that you just got hit pretty hard. Oh my god, boy. Like they're both failing.
Is that a good
no.
or bad? Okay, all right,
Well,
we're gonna die.
It succeeded, just not great. So what ends up happening? You don't take the damage actually. So like you see that missile get ready to hit you. Because it's a magic decaying missile of decaying magic. You've seen this done several times before. As it gets ready to hit its mark, it stops. You see Ėżra reaching for it, and you see like this black shadow, like kind of intertwining in between his fingers, whipping around the space of his hand. Like he stopped it, and he now has control over it. And then he's gonna flick it with practice ease back at her, and it's gonna hit her in her back, and she takes 2 damage instead. He succeeded, but unfortunately he failed. So you notice the white in his hair starts bleeding further down his ear. So like it usually stayed white, it seems like it suddenly got whiter behind his ear.
Ėżra Todd, what the hell is that?
Is this really the time? What are you talking
about?
Yes,
it is absolutely the time. Why is your hair turning white?
What are you talking about?
Your hair! a gesture.
I'm worried about, and then like Ezra points to Theo. All right, we're gonna go to the team downstairs, and then we'll do another round with y'all. So you hear shattering glass on the first floor. Not a thundering, booming sound, but you do hear a click-clack of high heels hitting linoleum coming in your direction. The door's like not closed; it's like partially open, so it looks like she can get in here. Assuming it's a she. It's like the people that wear heels coming in this way. What do y'all do now that you see that there is a doll here? And it looks like they're calling someone here. You're gonna initiate combat. You're gonna try to get out of here. What?
Go ahead.
Foxtrot, go ahead.
I'll double pull
Oh,
out.
yep.
I was gonna ask, was Foxtrot debriefed on like the no lethal clause in this doll maker stuff?
You
Okay,
definitely
okay.
have, but I can also see you not reading it.
All right. Yay,
So it's
autism.
entirely up to you.
Yeah, I think I want to roll actually.
Kick some ass? Or
No,
something
for
else?
like understanding.
Oh, okay. Go.
High or low, y'all?
Yeah, let's go high.
It was a 6, so they understood.
Okay, they definitely understood.
We're gonna keep it
We're gonna keep it.
non-lethal.
All right. Go ahead.
But now I do want to roll some kick some ass.
Yeah, go for it.
Just try to knock somebody out casually. Oh boy. Oh, that's a 10.
Yeah, that's a 10. Cool. So you can do any of the extra advantage plus doing harm. Gain an advantage. Inflict terrible harm. You suffer less harm. You force them where you want them.
I want to force them where I want them.
Where would you like them?
Unconscious.
Cool.
That's the stretch.
How is it? So let's see how. Like I would like say it might take a little bit more, but you know how to at least incapacitate one of these things eventually. So what do you?
Okay.
plan on doing?
So I'm attacking the one that has me like in the hold, right? Or somebody. Okay.
I think Cameron was able to dislodge that so that you are free, but you are the closest to them.
All right. We're just gonna just a little bit of head trauma. Just wind that fist back again, extra extra fucked, and just to the temple.
All right, so right to the temple, right here, just perfectly practiced. It's also very like, I don't know if the word's surgical, like very like
Precise.
like, precise.
Yeah.
There we go, like extremely precise, right there. And you do they crumble immediately to the floor. They look like they're dazed at the moment, not fully knocked out. In that moment, they do a immediate leg sweep under you. You're gonna fall backwards. You do not take harm because it would be 1 harm, and you have protection, so you take no harm.
Nice.
Very cool. Next, Cordelia, Cameron. Cameron, you have knuckles ready, and you hear those feet, those running feet coming towards the door. They're right there. Let's say like they're a few feet away. You can hear.
I've been studying what the best move is at this point. What would camera see? I think that Cameron is going to close the door because now it's just them in the room and the passed out person.
Yes, the person's almost passed.
So Cameron's gonna close the door and probably notice Cordelia got the tape.
Mm-hmm. Cordelia has.
And I think she's gonna. They're gonna turn to Cordelia and say, "How fast can you run?"
I mean, I'm not the steadiest on my legs, but fast enough.
All right.
Let me lead with this. And as you were like going to close the door, Cassie will walk out just into the hallway. And does she see the person running up?
Yeah. You see a very beautiful
Cool.
woman with black eyes running towards you in a red dress and like really tall high heels.
Take me.
You're like laser focused, like a practice track star running towards y'all in these pumps. Like how? Towards y'all.
Gotcha. I would like to, I mean, for one, I'm kind of charging into immediate danger. And so I walk out and I'm going to try and kick some ass and just straight for the head. I of course was briefed on the non-lethality and all that, but desperate measures. And so, yeah, I would like to kick some ass.
Alrighty. So, how are you planning on kicking ass here?
With my gun, I'm just taking aim and aiming right between the eyes.
My God. Okay. For her, like the woman running this way. Okay.
Yes.
Go for it.
My tough is 0. That is a
That's on brand.
7.
Okay. So it's just traded damage. How much does the gun do?
The gun does 2, but also for what could go wrong, I can inflict 1 harm, and so that'll be 3.
Mm-hmm. So I would say that you aim for. You're not really great at shooting yet, Cordelia, but you do aim for the head and you do succeed. It's just not a head, like an exact headshot. They seem to dip out of range, and it hits right here across the cheek. Like it does a lot. Like you can see like a fine line cut where the bullet flew. They take 2 damage because they have armor. They come for you and they do a sliding Cameron. Yes.
Hey, are they trying to attack Cordelia?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I would like to protect someone.
Okay. So let me like describe what happens.
Yeah, go for it.
So they intended to do a slide and trip you because you seem like a very unsteady person, unfortunately. So she's gonna go for that. Cameron, how are you protecting in this situation?
So I have a move called Never Gonna Give You Up, where I can use charm instead of tough to protect someone.
Okay. I love this.
And a quick question. When Cordelia heard that TikTok of Polly Pocket's song, do you think she liked it?
Are you a fan
I
of
think
the song?
that going into the camera room, I think that she was just humming it the entire time, up until things went down.
Okay, so that means I get a +1.
Yeah, you were a fan of her music, so go for it. Roll with charm.
Okay, so that's a 7.
All right, so 7.
Wait,
right.
8. Sorry, 4 + 1 + 3. Yeah,
8.
8.
Okay, so with protection, I feel like there's
Math.
a mixed success here. On a 7, you protect them, okay, but you'll suffer some or all of the harm they were going to get. So it would have been 2 harm with hitting you. So how do you intercept and take the 2 harm instead?
So she's going to. So she's going to trip Cordelia. And how is she tripping her again?
Like she was slide dashing and then planning on doing a sweeping kick.
Yes. Soccer slide. What do you call it? Soccer tackle?
Like it was like a baseball
tackle.
slide, if that helps.
Can she like just tackle her?
Yes, you can.
Just like come the other direction and just like tackle her? Just like nope.
You both tumble into the next wall outside of the room. You hit the wall first before she does because you roll. You take 2 damage from that.
Can I spend my second hold from what could go wrong to reduce Cameron's damage by 1?
Yeah. Good idea. Go for it.
Neat.
So yeah, you take 1 harm.
This is how we
Cameron.
bond.
This is how we bond.
This is how we bond.
In bloody combat.
Through imminent danger.
Imminent
Yeah.
danger. That's how we bond. Foxtrot, anything else you're doing? You already knocked this person out. Cordelia has a tape. It looks like y'all can leave and or incapacitate this other person. Because now, like, they're in a weird tackle embrace, bumped into a wall on the other side.
I mean, we could play some soccer with their skull and knock them out too. That's an option.
That's also valid. So did you want to do that?
Yes, I would. Thank you.
Go
Thank
for
you.
it,
Thank you.
Foxtrot.
That's another 9. Wow. I love math.
Traded damage. Granted, if you're knocking them out, because you're really close to doing that. How are you doing? You just going up and then just like as this is a soccer ball, full kick to the head?
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming you have steel-toed boots.
I mean, that's kind of sexy. Like, yeah, I guess so. I guess.
So yeah, that's 2 damage. In that one, because you're curve stopping essentially. Just to the back of her head. It does work. If she was going to attack you back, she couldn't have. She gets knocked out immediately. So yeah, y'all are able to incapacitate way better than apparently 2 very prepped hunters upstairs. I'm not talking about you, Mo. I'm talking about Theo and Ezra.
I think I did great.
I thought you did great. I think you were the only one that did great up there.
Yeah.
So you both,
y'all need me, the human.
So you both
Sorry.
Set that up. Like, so you're like, okay, so we're probably gonna start heading out. One of you, I say, since you have 2 people that are knocked out, there might be people that are getting ready to come in. You can call a cleaner over to take care of these 2 dolls now. And I would say one of you can do that. We're gonna go upstairs to Mo.
Is my phone still ringing?
Now it is, yeah. I would say that Cordelia definitely forgot that she called you. So it's up to you if you want to. Boop.
Yeah, of course.
All right. So we go back upstairs. We zoom in or Cordelia's phone in her pocket because she's like, I'm out. And then you see that it got picked up. And then we go to Mo, who is like, hey, hello? Go ahead.
Hello? Cassie.
I think
Cordelia!
Shit. I think that like you answer as the gunshot goes off, and then
Oh boy.
just like the ensuing tumble into the wall and like all that happens, and I think Cassie's just does a sort of like, oh, that doesn't look good. Thanks for the save.
Yeah. Who is saving what?
Ezra's like, calm down. So the person's on the floor. Theo is in a grapple lock with this person. Unless you want to do something, I hope he's getting ready to do something.
Yes, I would like to help. Yes.
All right. How do you want to help? Do you want to roll help out, or did you want to do something?
I would. I will do protect someone.
Okay.
And all I really want to do is to just hop on this big person's back, hook my arm around their chin, and full-on wrestle move, use my weight against them. I'm a big person too, just for the record. I'm pretty freaking big.
You are pretty big.
I'm a brick house of a woman.
You're a brick house of a woman. Protect someone. Roll that.
Mm-hmm.
Use tough.
Cool beans. Cool. I will do that. However, I do have a move called Never Again, where I can, in combat, choose to protect someone without rolling, as if I had rolled 10+, but I may not choose to suffer little harm, so I will do that.
All right, so then put 10+, you get an extra, removing less harm. All impending damage is now focused on you. Inflict harm on the enemy. You hold the enemy back.
That's pretty much what it is, hold the enemy back. I would like to get their claws out of my friend. That's essentially what I'm trying to do, is just to like make sure that if they're like...
It does work immediately. So like they let go and grab onto your hands instead, because they're like, what is this person that just leaped onto my back? I'm sorry, this visual's great. And is holding that. Theo, in that moment, smirks because like there's enough space. And you see that those hazel eyes get like blindingly yellow white essentially, and then they grip the sides of this person's head, and then you feel, or you hear like a screech come out of their mouth. Essentially, it sounds like, like if venom was like dying, there's heat sound. It sounds like that, like, and they're trying to, they're torn between holding your arms and reaching for their own head, or trying to pull Theo off, and it doesn't work. And this goes on for a solid like a few seconds before like they drop their arms and then start crumbling to the floor. You're still latched onto this person, so if you want to hop off of them, you can, but they fell to the ground.
Yeah, I'll hop off. Cool. I'll hop off. I'm barely paying attention. I'm like, Cordelia Bennett, answer me right now.
Cool. So you say that. Volume's on the phone downstairs. Cordelia Bennett, you scream through her phone. There's Foxtrot there and Cameron there. I don't know who's closer. I think Foxtrot is the closest. And you can hear Mo kind of screaming that through Cordelia's phone, who you know as Cassie.
Should I answer me?
So Cordelia, or Lester's, did I miss someone? I don't remember there being a Cordelia.
Cordelia, you realize your phone is on, and that Mo has picked up.
I will just reach into my pocket. Gotta go. Hang up. Pocket it.
All
right. Just for the sake of brevity, Ezra has the person on the floor is still kind of awake upstairs where Mo and Theo is. You see Ezra do something because you are distracted from this, and he's reaching down to touch the side of this person's face. I don't think you're paying attention because you're screaming for Cordelia Bennett. You answer this phone now, and Theo is like touching his sides because like you could see black shredding through his shirt around his sides. To the audience, they see that Ezra touches the side of this person's face, and then you can see those black veins come back, and then you see energy, like some form of energy passing through into Ezra in that moment. And that white behind his ear starts growing even more. We cut from here, because at least, actually before I say that, Ezra stops what he's doing because he's gotten enough. He looks back up, puts his glove back on. He's like, hey, so looks like things are taken care of. I'm going to call the cleaners. They'll take care of this, and they'll take them back to the core for hopefully to save them. I think we should head out too. I think we might have enough to work with from here, but we kind of made a scene, so we should leave.
Yeah, we should go. We are not done, just for the record.
Sure.
And then I'll just kind of stomp out because I'm pissed. I will put like a gentle hand on Theo's shoulder as I pass. Like, are you good? You good? Okay, good. And then I will
just like getting ready to say something. It's like, okay. And then you all walk out as Ezra pulls out his phone and makes that call. We flash to a few blocks down, I would say, at a bodega. Someone has been walking through the aisles. They're looking in the candy section, it looks like, and they have a fresh new set of money rolled up into their pockets, and they have 2 stolen credit cards that they can use to their disposal. They are looking for some Skittles. They have a craving for this for some reason. And they're going to take more than they bargained for this time. They're going to take like a bigger bag. I'm going to get a plastic bag for that. And some Mountain Dew. Why not? Goes to the front, uses the credit card with Ripley's name on it. You see a hood pulled up. It's a raincoat, white hair poking out. Glasses. Gothic look, edgelord vibe. You know how it'll be. And I guess they say like, yeah, I would just this just question. Have you seen anybody that looks like this? And then you see them pull out like a photo. It's a blurry photo. It looks like just a random person, but to anybody looking, it kind of looks like there's something wrong with their eyes. There's like a flash of green in this photo. And they're like, yo, like the person that's behind the camera is like, dude, I don't know what you thought was happening. I don't know. So many people come through here. I wouldn't know anything about that. The person that has the photo is like, right. Why would that be a great idea? Why did I think that was a cool idea? Awesome. Thanks for nothing. Takes the Mountain Dew. Takes the large bag of Skittles. And they're like, see you. And then they step out of the bodega. It looks like there's a lot of commotion a few blocks down. They make a turn to the left, and then before the camera can follow them, they're gone in a flash. Grave wings in the spleen of an eye. And a black iridescent feather falls to the ground. And that's where we'll leave it off. Thank you, everybody, for staying tuned. This was Arcane Core Blackout, Episode 2, Haunt Me Down. I have been your keeper this evening, and we will start in reverse order, starting with Ben. How you doing?
Great! Hi, guys. I've been in Vox VA. You just saw me as Foxtrot and nobody else. Again, catch me on Twitter at VinVoxVA. Surprisingly, I'm a professional voice actor. You can find my work and things on vinvox.com, and that's me.
Oh my god. Wonderful. Jazz.
What up? My name's Jazz, also known as 𝚘𝚜𝚝 on the everything, pretty much. My brain is super scrambled right now. First of all, I called it twice. Yeah, I'm very excited right now.
I'm so happy for you.
Well, I had a feeling. We can talk about this in the after thing. I had a feeling though. Anyway, I was Mo Jackson. Nobody else. That's it. Yeah.
Where to find
bye.
you, 𝚘𝚜𝚝?
No, I was just 𝚘𝚜𝚝, 𝚘𝚜𝚝𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜𝚜
I'll
Blech.
leave that up to me.
Hey, if you like stories featuring asexual characters written by asexual authors, you should check out Being Ace, the anthology that I wrote a short story, and should be out in October. I literally got the book plates like yesterday and I have to sign them. I know, right? It's book plates. This is so cool. Anyway, I wrote a story in it. You can read it if you want to, or don't. I don't care. Actually, I care a lot. Please read it. Okay, bye. That's it for me.
Hi, Jazz. How are you?
Hi.
This energy.
I love you.
Love you too. Iris, what's good?
Hi, my name is Iris Wyndham. No.
Hi, my name is Iris Wyndham, and I have been the one, the only, the not duplicitous or any other monikers at all, 𝚘𝚎 𝚘𝚒𝚝. Nobody else. And you can find me at Iris Wyndham VO on Twitter and most other platforms. I also do voiceover, but not at all to the degree that Vin does. God, I look up to you. And yeah.
Calamity.
Hello, I'm Calamity. Today I played Cameron, who is definitely other people. I'm not even gonna front. We 100% talked about that today, but it's fine. Today though was just Cameron. You can find me all over the internet as Hey Calamity with 3 Y's at the end. I do a whole bunch of stuff though. I'm currently, as of this, I'm on hiatus, so hopefully by the time you're seeing this, I'm doing a bunch of stuff. So go follow Hey Calamity on all the things so you can see what those things are.
Awesome. And hi, everyone. It's me, Ambrose, she, they pronouns. This was wonderful. Holy hell. What am I doing? I'm not doing anything. You can follow me everywhere as SS Ambrose, except for Twitter, which is SS Ambrose _ because Twitter, you guessed it, hates me. You can also follow me on TikTok because more stuff is happening there. You can also follow, obviously, 𝚘𝚘𝚘 Studios. It's 𝚘𝚘𝚘 STD on Twitter, but everywhere else it's 𝚘𝚘𝚘 Studios. And yeah, we're working on some other things behind the scenes, so stay tuned for that. But until next time, thank you all for tuning in. Please tip these wonderful people. Our Pally link is going to pop up in the corner here. Otherwise, it's pally.gg//tip/𝚘𝚘𝚘 Studios. You're all wonderful. So, until next time, we'll see you on the other side. Take care.